Hello, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody, and good to have everyone in. Oh, some persons, once they enter the meeting and they didn't hear anything for the first few seconds, the next thing is that I can't hear anything. The reason why I can't hear anything is because nobody's saying anything. All right. But then we're all in. All right. So, yeah, good afternoon, sir. Um, I said, sir, I really hope it's a sir because I know Adiola is both a male and a female stem. So, all right, great. Good afternoon, everybody, and great to have everyone in. So today we're going to be taking a look at what has been happening in the market, and of course, hopefully take entry positions and know what's going on in the market, and also able to make some really good profit from it. All right. So you see what I just said now. Okay, it actually happens is the issue of Zoom. Yes, the meeting has started, and I guess if you can't hear us, it's probably from your own end. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen, but I think we should get started with the Forex Factory to actually know what's been happening in the Forex Factory. And by the way, today is a very, very volatile day. There are lots of fundamentals that are coming out today. Today is Monday, and you know that over the period, Mondays are always a less volatile day. All right. Mondays are always time where you hardly see from some good fundamentals. So any Monday that you see some of these fundamentals, trust me, it is always going to be a volatile day. All right. It's always going to be a volatile day. And I would say that today is one of those days. And of course, we have a bank holiday from Canadian economy. So today is a bank holiday from Canada. And early hours of today, for you had a CHF CPI report that came out. But of course, the most important of them all is the one that is coming out by 3 p.m. That's the ISM manufacturing PMI. ISM manufacturing PMI is a news that measures the diffusion of the manufacturing sector from the USA. When I said diffusion, I'm talking about the rate of goods distribution, the rate at which manufactured goods are distributed across the US. All right, so that is what that news is telling us about. And of course, the volatile news. Then, of course, we also have the ISM manufacturing prices. Now, the ISM manufacturing price actually tells you the price, what is it called, differences, the price differences between the manufactured goods. But of course, this is not a very volatile news. So it is a medium impact news. So with that in mind, let's take a look at what is currently happening in the market today. So let's start with dollar index. Of course, you already know how the dollar index behave. Okay, so let's go to dollar index on 5 minutes time frame. But first of all, let's take a look at it on 1 hour time frame and see what we're currently seeing. Now, early hours of today, let me put my period separator. So to put period separator, I'll just click on Control Y. All right. Now it is to separate today from the previous day. So this is today. All right. Sorry, excuse me. All right, perfect. Now, this particular page is today. So every single thing that's been happening today, this is what it's been. So today, the market actually started up on a very good bullish run. It started up on a bullish run, and of course, I feel that bullish momentum that we had is just a recovery of the Friday's bearish move. I feel that it's just a recovery of the Friday's bearish move. And of course, a lot of traders are probably trying to reposition themselves to still continue with the uptrend. You know that if you check very well, US is already on an uptrend move. All right. For the past few days now, it's already been on an uptrend. Do you understand? If you remember on when we looked at this instrument on Friday, I told us that because of when we looked at it I said it was going to continue on the bearish run, if you can remember it, and it was actually a fundamental that came out. And I remember that I wrote this line to tell you that this was actually the take profit. I decided not to take it out, but then that was the line I told you that the market was going to get to, and on that Friday. And good enough, it got to that point, then reversed, and then that particular point became like a bounce off to go higher. So if you actually took up the trade, I believe that you probably would have made some really good profits over time. So with what I'm currently seeing now, I'll still be considering that this particular instrument might want to come and retest this particular level, but in the general end, it's going to be doing more of a buy. So for USDIDX today, we're going to be seeing more of a buy momentum. All right, we're going to be seeing more of a buy this afternoon. All right. But remember that there is a fundamental coming out by 3. But this particular information I'm telling you does not account for that particular fundamental. It does not account for that fundamental. All right. So that being said, let's go to 5 minutes time frame and take advantage of what is going to be happening here. Okay, so let's take a look at it on 5 minutes time frame. Now, on 5 minutes time frame, do you see what is happening there? It is bouncing on. It also bounced off from a particular verified resistance. A weak support. So with that in mind, you can go ahead and enter a buy. Yeah, go ahead and enter a buy on USDIDX. So for USDIDX today, of course, we're going to be entering a buy. Yeah, so we're going to be entering a buy. So if you want to trade on USDIDX, go ahead and buy your dollar. Go ahead and buy your dollar. So that means that if you're going to be buying dollar, it means that you can also go ahead and sell other instruments that has an inverse relationship with dollar. Does that make any sense? If you're going to be buying dollar, it means that you're going to be selling every other instrument that has an inverse relationship with dollar. So for this afternoon, USDIDX, let's go ahead and buy USDIDX. And our take profit on USDIDX should be on price 102.758. 102.758 should be our take profit on this particular instrument. 102.758. should be your take profit for this particular trade. So for now, USDIDX, we are buying. So that will bring us to taking a look at Euro USD on 5 minutes also to see what Euro USD is currently doing. All right. Now I'm going to be using my IPM indicator to analyze this particular trade. Now, of course, there is still a very good position for anybody to actually make profit from the buy, because if it is heading to this point, you notice that this particular instrument might want to make a double top around here. All right, there is already a kind of a flow, so the probability of it getting here to make a double top is very much high. So, but then I'm going to be supporting a sell. So with that in mind, my stop loss for this sell is going to be above here, but generally I'm going to be going in for a sell. Do you understand? Now, this is what I'm talking about. I would be preferring a sell, but there is a high chance that this particular trade would want to get to this particular price level. So that being said, instead of me to just dive into a sell, because I know that the probability of it getting to this point is high, why not I just set an order trade? Why not I just set an order trade? You know what I'm talking about, right? Now, because I would want to take advantage of this particular point if it wants to go up. So instead of just jumping into the sell, I can actually set up an order trade. And this particular trade, the probability of us making profit from both the buy and the sell is very, very high. So, but the sell is going to give us more profit. So that being said, I can set up a sell order. All right, my sell order is going to be from price 1.09018. 1.09018. Okay, 1.09018. Can everybody hear me? I just want to be sure that it's not only the person, the techno client that can hear me. If anybody else can hear me, I just need like 2 persons to confirm they can hear me. Okay, for someone to be okay, great. I can hear you. Thank you. All right. So I just need on Euro USD. On Euro USD, you can set up a limit. Sorry, a buy order, but then let it be a buy stop and a sell stop on Euro USD. So on Euro USD, let your buy be from price 1.08106. All right, 1.09, sorry, let me take it again, 1.09106. That should be your buy entry. All right, that should be your buy entry, 1.09106. Then your take profit should be at price 1.09162. 1.09162. All right, 1.09162. Then for the sell, let your sell entry be at 1.09018. 1.09018. And then let your take profit be all the way down at price 1.08932. So this is actually a very perfect position for anybody to consider taking up any trade on this particular Euro USD. Now, the reason is because I said I'm going in for more of a sell. Yes, I'm going in for a sell, but for the period, I feel that the market will want to go and retest this particular verified resistance and make a double top at around that point and then start falling thereafter. So it's best you just take advantage of this if it gets there. But once it gets to this particular verified resistance, also sell from that top. Do you understand? If it gets to that verified resistance, you can also sell from that top. So you can actually have about 3 entries just with this particular trade. All right. So that brings us to the next one of my favorite instruments, which of course you all already know, USD JPY. USD JPY. I remember on Friday we're having when we're having meeting, I said, okay, you can go in for a buy. Oh, sorry, I said you can go in for a sell, and of course, just for the time being, somebody was like, but he or she wasn't was already on negative. And I remembered this particular line was actually the point of the trade. This particular line I drew here, so it means that it was somewhere around this region. I told you to enter the sell. One thing you should know is that you might take up a position, but at the moment that you're taking the position does not mean it's just going to buy and then give you exactly what you want. It's not always like that. Sometimes just learn to be a little bit patient. Do you understand? Sometimes just learn to be a little bit patient and follow it. I always tell you that go in for more of a buy on USD-JPY. But for me to tell you that it was going to be more of a sell means that there is actually something that was going to push it down. Okay, please take the buy position again. So my buy position is going to be at price 1.09106. 1.09106, and the take profit is at 1.09162. 1.09162. So that's my take profit for that. Okay. And the sell is 1.09018. 1.09018, and the take profit is 1.08932. Okay, so going back to USD-JPY. So for USD-JPY, I'm also going in for a further sell on USD-JPY. I'll be going in for a further sell on USD-JPY. I'm also expecting a double bottom from here. But remember what I always tell you, USD-JPY, always look out for a perfect position to take in your buy. All right. So I am expecting this market to probably come back a little bit and retest this proven resistance before any major upward push. Do you understand? So I'm expecting a further sell on USD-JPY. So that being said, going back on 5 minutes time frame, let's go in for a sell. Look at it, just broke a very much important support right here. This was a verified support. So for USD-JPY, go in for a sell. Take your profit before the untested support at price 144.405. 144.405. That is going to be your take profit for USD-JPY. So for USD-JPY, if you're not already on the sell, yes, you can go ahead and enter your sell on USD-JPY. And I said you can sell at the current market price. Your take profit should be at price 144.405. 0.405. That is for USD JPY this afternoon. So if you really want to make some good money for USD JPY, enter a sell. When you take your profits at that particular price level, enter another buy going back up. Remember, I always tell you USD JPY, look for a perfect entry for your sell. And I said, what? Sorry, for a buy. And what is the perfect entry? Once you get to a support, always buy. Now, if you can remember last week also, I said for GBP JPY is still going to be on a buy trend. So if you're still on GBP US or JPY, yes, it is still going to be giving us more of a buy momentum. And if you also remember this particular instrument, Euro JPY also, how many of you entered the buy? I said still go ahead and enter your buy, right? Yes, it is still going to be buying. But for now, if you're not on a buy, allow it to go above the verified resistance before you buy again. But if you're already on the buy, then just allow your buy to flow, because I know you're going to make profit from that trade. So for GBP JPY and US and Euro JPY, we're still on the buy trend. We're still on the buy trend. So if you want to join the ride, you can go ahead. It's very much a clear direction. Okay, so that is for GBP JPY and Euro JPY, and of course that analysis is done on 1 hour time frame. Please, there is no need on looking at it on 5 minutes time frame. It is 1 hour time frame and is a long-term direction. Okay, so let's take briefly a look at GBP USD rather. So for GBP USD, yes, we are still going in for a further buy to the verified resistance, a further buy to the verified resistance. Now, if you compare this particular instrument with your indicator, ADX is currently still giving you a buy momentum. Now, the ADX is above the 20 period line, and of course, your DI plus also is also above your 20 period signal line, which is giving you a more signal for a buy. So if you want to make profit on GBP JPY, sorry, on Euro, on USD, on GBP USD rather, sorry, a lot of instruments. On GBP USD, yes, this is the best position to take for now is a buy. Now using the ADX as a litmus test for this particular trade, and your take profit should be at that verified resistance. Yeah, the verified resistance is within is around the price 1.27034. 1.27034. So I'm going in for a further buy. Now, if I want to set up my stop loss on this, let your stop loss just be below your 21 period moving average. All right, your stop loss should be below your 21 period moving average. But for USD JPY, I am going in for a further buy. Now, if you actually know your ways around your ADX, you will discover that this particular curve that happened here, this curve that you're seeing here, is even a perfect confirmation for a further buy, a continuation. It is called a continuity curve. All right, it is called a continuity curve. If if you check within these regions, you will see a lot of them. If you actually know how it works, anytime you see the curve, you already know what to do. And in this case now, this is going to be a further buy on GBP USD on 5 minutes time frame. And I said our take profit will be at price 1.27034. And if you want to set up a stop loss, let the stop loss be below your 21 period moving average. Okay, so please, will all these trades hit TP before the high impact news on USD come out? All right, now most of them are going to hit the take profit before the news come out. But even if it didn't hit the take profit, even when the news come out, it is going to hit the take profit during the news period. So of course, look at the USD JPY. If you're already on USD JPY, you should have already been on a very good profit, and it's almost on take profit points. All right, and look at Euro USD. The buy is already in session, so you're going to be making some good profit from that. And I said for GBP USD, if you've not entered your buy already, you still have a very good opportunity to enter your trade on this particular trade. All right. Okay, so that is that for GBP USD. So GBP USD, we're going in for a further buy on the instrument. We're going in for a further buy. So if you're not on the buy already, I think you should consider entering your position. Now for USD CAD, if you check today, is actually a bank holiday for Canadian economy. All right, so what is bank holiday? Bank holiday is a period where that particular country or economy is actually on public holiday. So bank holiday is just a big English for public holiday. All right, now the reason why we call it bank holiday in the forex market is the fact that the bank is the major liquidity provider. all right, sorry, is the major volatility provider. Bank actually provide most of the volatilities in the market. All right. So anytime you see a bank holiday, you notice that the market might be a little bit quiet. All right. So that being said, this particular USD card, well, I'm still going to be seeing more of a little bit of a buy. Now, it just bounced off from a proven resistance. Do you see this proven resistance here? I'm not expecting the market to just go above it immediately. All right, but then let's take a look at it from. Okay, great. Now look at how it's looking. Now we're going to be going in for a further buy on this particular instrument. All right, on USD card, I'll be going in for a further buy on USD card. Now, the reason I'm going in for a buy is because of the fact that it is already a bank holiday for our Canadian economy. So with that, I wouldn't just want to be diving into a trade that's going to favor them. All right. Madam Sherifat, if you actually followed very well, I said the GBP JPY, the TP and the is at your own discretion. All right. And I said it's a long-term trade. So it is not something that you just enter. It depending on you, how much you want to make from the trade. So you can take up your trade and then choose your own take profit point. But for USD card, as we were saying, you can go ahead and buy your USD card. Yes, go ahead and buy your USD card. You can enter a buy on your USD card. All right. So for USD card, we are buying USD card. We are buying USD card. We're buying USD card. And our take profit for USD card is going to be at price 1.32658. 1.32658. 1.32658. That is our take profit for USD card. And now one thing you should know is that most of these TPs, they would most likely hit. So even though they didn't hit immediately, just give them some time. They most likely will hit. All right, they most likely will hit. Do you understand what I'm saying? But for USD card, yes, we're going in for a buy. We're going in for a buy on USD card, and our take profit is going to be at price 1.32658. 1.32658. Okay. So lastly, across the indices market, we are going to be looking at what is it called? AUD USD. Then Mr. Babatunde Adeyemi, is this your first time of joining this meeting? All right, is this your first time of joining this meeting? Because your question actually looks like today is your first time of joining the meeting. He said, what about the entry position for USD card? Okay, if you've been following this meeting, so anytime I said we're entering a buy, it means that it's an instant execution. So if I don't give you a particular point to enter, every other thing I'm saying is an instant entry. So going back to AUD USD, yes, I'll be going in for a further buy on AUD USD. I'll be going in for a further buy on AUD USD. All right. So for AUD USD, my take profit for AUD USD is at price 0.66732. 0.66732. 0.66732. That's going to be my take profit for AUD USD. That will be my take profit for AUD USD. So we are going in for a further buy on AUD USD. All right. So for AUD USD, we are buying, and our take profit is 0.66732. 0.66732. That's our take profit for AUD USD. So that brings us to the next particular instrument we're going to be looking at. That is Okay, great. If you actually remember, when I started up the meeting, I remember I said for dollar index, it was actually supposed to push up. And as at the time, I told you that if any other instrument that has an inverse relationship with dollar, you should actually sell those instruments. I don't know how many of you that remembered. If you did, I think I don't even need to analyze indices. If you did understood that particular word that I said, I don't even need to do any analysis on indices. You probably would have already made some good profits. Do you understand? You probably should have made already some good profits on indices. All right. I don't know how many of you actually took advantage of that. Now, I need you to get to the point of being independent of anybody's analysis. Exactly. All right. Not just US 100. We have gold. Basically, gold. All right. Gold is very much in the opposite direction. Of course, you also have US 2000. All right. But then let's take a look at them, starting from US 2000. Now, US 2000 currently is, we're still going to be selling on this particular instrument. Yes, we're going to be selling further on US 2000. Now, I'm expecting US 2000, it's going to be funny, but I'm expecting US 2000 to get to this particular verified support. All right. Even though where the market is right now, there is a support on it. The current market price right now has a support. All right. Where the market is right now, there is a support on US 2000. All right. But I'm expecting the US 2000 to still move down to the next support. So with that in mind, let's not enter immediately. Let's allow the market to comfortably break above that support right where price is. So if you want to enter any trade on US 2000, you can actually enter from price 1893.0, 1898.0, 1898.0. I would have actually wanted you to enter instant execution. I would have preferred that you enter instant trading. All right. But I know a lot of persons would want to be conservative. You don't just want to jump in. All right. That's why I'm giving you this particular entry position. All right. But at this range, I'm still expecting this particular instrument to still push down. All right. I'm still expecting it to push down. So that being said, if it's going to keep pushing down, it means that it will get to price 1895.4. So that's going to be your take profit. US 2000 take profit should be at price 1895.4. 1895.4. And I said is a sell trade. Is a sell trade. All right. Is a sell trade. So if you're entering at price 1898.0, then your take profit should be at price 1895.4. 1895.4. But peradventure, it goes above this particular verified support that is going to be turning to Tonko support very soon. Then you can go ahead with a buy. Once price gets here, go ahead with a buy trade and let your take profit be all the way up to this extent. All right. So you can actually take that order. You should be able to make some good profit from that. So if you actually entered instant execution from US 2000, you should already be on good profit. Like I said, I'm expecting it to go down, but just for the sake of those people that just like to be very careful, then you can take advantage of the other sell position. But if you want, you can go ahead and with the sell, further sell. But I'm expecting it to still push a little down. All right. So that being said, let's take a look at gold. Let's take a look at gold. Now, gold has actually been given a perfect retracement and reversals within this particular level. But first, remember that okay, so now looking at this particular trade, I told you that we're expecting a kind of a reversal from dollar index. We're expecting a kind of a reversal because of what has actually been going on over time. So that being said, I'm not just going to be jumping into a further buy on gold. The only time I'm going to buy gold is if gold can break above my ball using my my IPM indicator. Once gold breaks above my ball, then I will go in for a buy. So if you have your IPM indicator, apply it to the chart and then look at that ball on 5 minutes time frame. Once the gold breaks above that ball, then enter a buy and take your profit at the proven resistance. Enter a buy, take your profit at the proven resistance. Do you understand? If the trade breaks above that ball, enter a buy, take your profit before the proven resistance. It's actually going to be what is it called? An extended buy, of course, a longer kind of buy. All right. So that being said, you can actually consider entering a buy from price 1925, 1925.565. But peradventure, it keeps on going down. All right. Maybe if it probably when the 230 trade what's it called? 230 volatility starts, and then gold keeps on going down. Fine. Take up your take your entry within this price level, and then take your profit all the way down. All right. Because I feel if you can break below the support, then we're heading all the way down. Ignore this particular support right here, but then from here all the way down to this region. So you can also set up this particular trade as your entries. All right. You can take advantage of that particular entry. You should be able to make some profit from it. So set up the trade gold. Yeah, you can set up the trade on gold. Now, the reason why I will not tell you to enter instant sell is because this particular trade here has not been confirmed. The ball here has not been confirmed yet. The ball has not been confirmed. So it's already 2:30. So let's see the direction of the market currently. And of course, look at US30 is still pushing all the way down. US30 is still pushing down. Someone said US30 is not reacting, but of course, US30 is actually reacting. I don't know what you mean by not reacting, but I think this is a good reaction. This has been a good reaction. And of course, US 2000 all the way up. US 2000 all the way up. US 2000 has already almost at take profit for buy. And if you actually took up the trade, congratulations. And we didn't analyze US 100, so I'm not going to be talking about it. But then for US 30, yes. For the sell, yeah, the sell is still going to go down. For US 30, still going to sell. Please don't buy US 30 rather than go in for a further sell. US 30 is still going to be dropping. US 30 will still be dropping. All right, for gold, all right, please take up a position within this particular range, either above or below for gold. But the volatility on gold is going to kick in pretty soon. Volatility on gold is going to start up very, very soon. All right, so dollar index is still not reacting yet, but I feel it's going to be starting up. It's going to come to the party very, very soon. Dollar index is going to be coming to the party very, very soon. If you're on Euro USD, you should already be on a very good profit because it's been inside this particular cycle. We're already on profit there. Okay, and then what else? USD JPY. I think USD JPY has already hit the okay. It's almost got to the take profit, but it will still come down. It's still going down. GBP USD, of course, is still going to be getting to that particular region that I told you about. All right, and gold. All right, so gold is almost at our sell entry. Gold is almost at our sell entry position. All right, so remember, you're taking off from here to this point or from here all the way to the proven resistance. So that is for gold. Okay, so for US30, we didn't analyze it, but I said it's still going to push a little bit down. Yeah, US 100, we didn't do the analysis. And then US 2000 has taken profit for the buy. US 1000 has taken profit for the buy. So it's almost time for agro commodities. It's almost time for agro commodities. And let's take a look at what is currently happening to agro commodities. It's already time. I cannot start analyzing US 100 again because it's already time and the volatility already happened. All right. So now agro commodities, currently agro commodities is on a downtrend. It's currently on a downtrend, like I said. And for the fact that it's on a downtrend, it is always advised that you take advantage of what is currently happening in the market. Okay, so with that in mind, just know that anytime you see the gap, you're actually going to be following the gap strategy. But currently, we have a downtrend on agro commodities. So what we're going to do is that once the gap happens, we're going to be taking advantage of the buy. Okay, so with that in mind, anytime you see the gap, you're actually supposed to follow up the gap. That is this gap strategy. But when you have a particular direction already in the market, you can comfortably still follow the direction. So for, like I said today, we have the trend is already on a downtrend. So even if you see the gap, even if it's a gap up, we're still going to be following the sell. Do you understand? We're still going to be following the sell on this particular trade. We're still going to be following the sell. Okay, so I think, okay, fine. The gap already happened. So the market already opened. So let's take a look at it and see. For wheat, for corn, there was no any gap. For wheat, let's check if there is a gap. Okay, wheat, of course, there is a gap down for wheat. Soya bean, let's see if there is a gap on soya bean. Of course, also there's a gap on soya bean, a gap down. So what we're going to be doing is that agro commodities, we're going to be selling agro commodities. So if you want to trade on agro commodities, if you're an agro commodity trader, you can go ahead and enter your sell. go ahead and sell your agro commodities. But remember what we always say, agro commodities don't stay too long. Just make your profit, and then you should be able to take you should be able to make your money from it. I'm actually expecting wheat to still get down to this stone cold support, but of course, it's you don't really need to wait for it to get to that point. So corn, you can go ahead and sell your corn. For wheat, you can go ahead and sell your wheat. And also for soya bean, go ahead and sell your soya bean. So if you're not already there, you can go ahead you can go ahead and sell your agro commodities. So agro commodities for today is a sell. Agro commodities for today is a sell. So if you're an agro commodity trader, you should go ahead and sell your agro. Now, one thing you should also know is the fact that you cannot trade on agro if you don't have up to $1 million in your account. It's a sin to do that. Just know that it's a sin to do that. All right. If you don't have up to $1 million in your account, please stay away from agro. You don't even have any business trading on agro commodities. Agro commodities is for VIP traders. For those that really want to make some good money in the market, you should trade on agro. And once you understand how it works, of course, you can actually be making some good profit from it. All right, so don't stay long in the market. Choose the point where you can stop your trade, but don't stay long in the market. Don't stay long in the market. Don't stay long in the market. Okay, so that should bring us to the end. But then let me just take a look at one or two things before we finally call it a day. I remember somebody that said his US dollar index is selling. I don't understand how you saw yours, but then okay, said is there hope for dollar index for a buy on dollar index? Are you kidding me? Then another person said I entered a buy on dollar index, but it's selling. Wow, really? Let me just say that. Okay, so that would actually bring us to the end of this meeting. I hope you made some good profit from this trade, and I hope you made profit. USDJPY, of course, was still going for a further sell-off on them. All right, so we're going to be meeting tomorrow, and of course, the same time, same link tomorrow. So the meeting starts by 2 p.m. to 2:35 p.m. Now, why we actually extended it to 2:35 p.m. is because of agro commodities. Okay, so that would actually bring us to the end of today's meeting. Congratulations to those people that actually took up some trades, and of course for the agro traders, I said we're still going in for a sell. We're still going in for a sell. We're still going in for a sell. Vivo 19. Okay. Okay, fine. You can actually just ask your account manager to what's it called? To drop your own contact with me. So I'll give you a call. If you can get your account manager to give me your own contact, I will give you a call. Okay, so I entered a sell on US2000 and it started buying. Should I leave it? I'll take a look at it. I didn't get the entries. Oh, sorry about that. Agro commodities is it's seriously. Somebody help me and say it is well. Now, do you know one of the reasons why a lot of traders don't make money? Because a lot of traders cannot just be patient just for 1 second. And once you see negative in your account, you're already beginning to panic. Yes, I said sell on corn. And someone was already saying that corn is buying. My name is Chikezie. All right, my name is Chikezie. So just in case you want to ask your account manager, my name is Chikezie. Do have a lovely day and see you tomorrow, same time, same link. And congratulations to anybody that actually took some of these trades. Have a good day.